Welcome back to my channel if you have been here before, and welcome if this is your first time. I have my husband with me here today, and we're going to go into probably a little bit more of a serious topic or a serious discussion, but it's going to be Q&A style. So we'll be reading off questions and then answering them, and it'll be a little bit conversational. We'll be having a conversation with you all. First question in the Q&A: what are your thoughts on biblical roles in marriage?
So, what is a biblical role in marriage?
I think a biblical role in marriage is the husband is the head.
I didn't tell her to say that.
Nope, you sure didn't. Or did you?
No,
Secretly prompting me.
no, that's it's just in the Bible.
It is in the Bible. Yep. And also, the Bible commands the husband to love his wife. He commands the wife to respect her husband. And I think with that, our roles.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean to love your wife?
For a husband to love his wife, to me that means that you you value your wife's well being and happiness more than your own. That you put her above yourself in terms of taking care of her and looking after her and making sure that she's got what she needs to be happy, even at the cost of your own comfort. Love is it's sacrificial. It's about giving up something of yourself for the sake of the object of your love. You can like flip this awkward silence. I don't think anyone's interested in seeing this.
Hello, I didn't know if you was gonna keep going. I was waiting.
I didn't know I was going to keep going either.
I don't want to interrupt.
Aww.
Yeah.
So what does it mean when the Bible says for a wife to submit to her husband? What does that mean to you?
I don't think it means that you're a slave to whatever it is he says goes. He says jump, you say how high. And I feel like that's was commonly like a misconception of what it means. I think it means giving him the space to be the head and the space to make decisions and to lead the family and to support that, but to also give like feedback or ideas. Or I don't think it's just you sit in silence and say nothing and just say whatever you want to do. I think it's more so submitting is um having open conversations and then getting his perspective on it, and then ultimately supporting the decision that he feels that the family should go in. And when I say supporting, I an example that usually comes to mind is if he makes a decision, and I don't agree with maybe something that you want to do. um I may state my case and we may have a good, healthy conversation about it, but you decide that you really think that we should go in this direction. I'm going to go in that direction. And even though it's a direction that you feel that we should go in, and maybe the decision was your idea, in my mind, it's still like we're a team, and so we're gonna own this together. It's not just, well, Evan said that we got to do this, so I got to do. No, we are on the same page. So I think that that's a form of submission. We are in this together. It's not him versus me or vice versa. And if the decision doesn't work out, it's not I told you so type of thing. It's we decided to go together, we'll figure it out together. So that's what I think of with submission, and I guess also respect.
Yeah, I mean, a marriage is not a democracy. You can't vote on things because there's only two of you. Uh, so a decision has to be made somehow, and you're also a unit. You're not totally individuals anymore, so you have to go in the same direction. So when the Bible tells wives to submit to their husbands, that doesn't mean you can't have discussions and give your opinion on things and try to change your husband's mind and You still sit down together and you talk about decisions you have to make, and you get each other's perspectives, and you try to make a decision that's something you both agree on, and you both support, and you're both excited to do together. But in the event that that can't happen, for whatever reason, you can't find that middle ground or the compromise or the thing that makes everyone happy, a decision still has to be made. So I think the reason that the Bible chooses one to be the head of the household is just because someone has to be the one who is designated to sort of break that tie and take the unit in a direction. Otherwise, there's no direction. You're two individuals butting heads,
Mm-hmm.
and you can never actually do anything really meaningful unless you happen to be in perfect agreement on things, and that doesn't always happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it has to be in the context of the rest of what the Bible says about marriage, including loving your wife, which is elevating her needs above your own. So once you put everything in context, the phrase "wives submit to your husband" is not nearly as controversial as a lot of people pretend that it is. I think it
Mm-hmm.
all makes sense. It all works together when it's viewed in the whole context of what God tells us about what marriage is supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm. This just actually gave me a thought or made me think, if the husband is putting his wife's needs above his own and considering her and considering the family in these decisions, she's submitting to someone who's looking out for her best interests anyway, for the best interests of everybody, for all of them. Never really thought about it that way. I guess it's common sense when you just talk about it, but I guess I never really dived deep and really like meditated on it.
We're getting a little bit of the window
We are.
here. The lighting is
It is.
suboptimal.
How do you approach financial decisions as a couple? You want me to answer first?
It's your channel. I think, firstly, I think it's important that all the finances are shared amongst the husband and wife. I don't understand how married couples can maintain their own individual bank accounts. Like the husband has his and the wife has hers. I don't understand how that could possibly work. That just seems like a really bad idea. That just seems like it would cause conflict and drive people apart. I think you have to take all your financial assets and pool them together and just keep them in both of your names. Otherwise, yeah, you're not really a unit at that point. You're two people who happen to have some binding legal documents and live together,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it also doesn't allow you to really communicate well about finances, because having a shared bank account and you know there's transparency, and also you can talk, make decisions together by having conversations like, okay, this is how much we have in the bank, this is what we need to do, or this is what we want to do, and look at what we're working with, and then come up with a plan and come up with like ideas on what how we want to approach getting this thing, whether it's saving or planning for a trip. But without that, having it in the same bank account, I don't know, that just feels secretive to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see.
Yeah.
Some people.
It also feels like you're trying to keep something just for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're not really giving up. You know, you're not giving up everything for the sake of the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this is still this thing that's just gonna be my own and not ours,
Mm-hmm.
and that just seems strange.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. It does feel selfish.
Well, it seems extremely individualistic, and that's not really what marriage is about. Marriage isn't about you, the individual. It's about you, the one flesh, the unit of the husband and wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching. If you have any marriage tips or advice, or if any of these questions resonated with you, or if you have different answers for the questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But thanks so much for watching and for joining us. Please excuse the sun. It's in the evening and the sun has changed positions. But be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.